I feel the need whenever we have a discussion like this to touch on the fact that we have an insurance, when we have an insurance-related discussion within this committee, I believe the U.S. system of state-based insurance regulation actually is the gold standard when it comes to protecting our insurance markets and insurance consumers in South Dakota and across the country. But I want to explore it a little bit. Mr. Gordon, do you believe that our state-based regulatory system has been effective and successful?
Yes, it's been very successful, very dynamic, and state regulators. There's always some exceptions, but overall they're doing an excellent job, and we work closely with them.
When we talk about a state-based system, we're talking about one in which you have both the ability to set rates, determine risk, and also to make sure that those risks are fairly responded to. Fair?
That is fair, and in fact what's interesting is there's been a lot of talk about how some of these state residual markets have been growing because of non-renewals, but for every state residual market that has expanded, there's a residual market in a neighboring state that's better regulated where with similar climate risk that's contracting. So it's really about state regulation. Insurers have been insuring the weather for hundreds of years, will continue to do so. It's the government risk that can make it challenging, particularly if you're not able to get adequate rate.
One area that we do have a responsibility for here within this committee is the National Flood Insurance Program. It's been 12 years, and once again, this is how good Congress is at this. It's over 12 years since the last time the long-term reauthorization of the National Flood Insurance Program was completed. This has caused significant uncertainty for homeowners across the nation, and for this reason, Senator Kennedy and I are working together to introduce legislation that reauthorizes the program and makes common sense reforms that promote solvency, transparency, affordability, mitigation, and consumer protection. Private insurers do play a critical role in the NFIP. Beyond administration of the program, private insurers also handle claims processing and risk assessment, applying actuarial expertise and data analysis to improve flood risk pricing. My question, first of all, to Mr. Gordon, NFIP has been experiencing a decline in direct premiums written. Mr. Gordon, what ideas do your members have for increasing premium dollars into the NFIP while maintaining private market participation and perhaps bringing back the preferred risk policies that were phased out several years ago may very well be something that we should consider?
Yes, Senator, you're absolutely right. Flood is the most common risk. 4.7 million American homeowners rely on the NFIP, but that's unfortunately only about 4% of homeowners. Critical solution, and this should be bipartisan, is more education. We need to help homeowners understand, even if you're not in a flood zone, flood insurance is so important. Citizens of Asheville found that recently. We have to do a better job helping them understand how important it is. And as you say, the NFIP has had, I think, 33 consecutive short-term reauthorizations. We need some certainty, we need reform, we need a long-term reauthorization, and we want to work with you to achieve that.
Thank you. Mr. Newman, what mitigation tactics have you found to be the most successful, and how can we as policymakers help guarantee that mitigation investments lead to tangible reductions in policyholders' premiums and that families and businesses clearly see and understand those savings are available to them?
Thank you, Senator. I'll take two perils quickly. One is wildfire. Our wildfire prepared program brings together a set of mitigation actions that collectively reduce risk of insurance. In the wind and hail side, we have our fortified program. It is a better way to install roofs and have new construction of homes to better withstand hurricanes, high winds, and hail. In both of those instances, we're combining science-based mitigation actions with verification. That's what provides a bridge to the property insurance industry, and that's what insurers are looking for. In terms of what Congress can do and other policymakers, we need to find ways to make it easier for people to afford these mitigation actions. They're not expensive. Our mitigation actions are affordable, achievable, and effective, but many homeowners don't have the requisite money. So how do we make it easier through commercial lending, through government programs, through grants, through tax incentives, through catastrophe savings accounts? All of these things can help cover the cost of making our homes and communities more survivable and insurable.
Thank you, sir. My time is expiring. On behalf of the chairman, Senator Van Hollen is recognized.